everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Final Fantasy XIV Online Let's Play, and we are back with Vesper, and Reen, and Thancred, and Uriange Bay. We are getting ready to carry on, not with the main story, but in the last episode, right before we did the twinning, we picked up the start of the raid quests, the regular group raid quest. So I'm going to continue on this and potentially do the first raid today, but we'll see. These stories tend to be pretty long, so we'll see what we can do. So I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on the way here. I doubt they posed any sort of challenge to her. Would that I could say the same with confidence about whatever fiend may be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Reen sensed turns out to be nothing of consequence, the Empty is hardly the most welcoming of places. Anything that could survive out there is not to be trifled with. Moreover, it should be reiterated that the light-blasted wasteland poseth as severe a threat as any foe we might face. In any event, we are in agreement that this phenomenon doth warrant investigation, though for lack of more precise means of navigation, we must needs rely on Reen's innate abilities to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is a poor substitute for first-hand observation. Okay. There'll be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. Is the sky slipper ready, Thancred? Ready to take us wherever we need to go, aye. Back again too, maybe, if we ask it nicely. It's getting dark. It's getting dark out. Though the light hath been expunged from Norvrant, the ambient aether of the Empty is still corrupted. Dangerously so, in fact. The flood of light devastated everything in its wake. The soil, the air, the water, all rendered incapable of supporting life. 'Tis due to this imbalance that the Empty remaineth utterly uninhabitable, even a century thereafter. That's why we're taking every possible precaution. Between the etherometers I've packed in Reen's unique abilities, we should be able to detect and measure any fluctuations in our alignments. According to the Crystarium scouts, a few days out there won't affect us to any noticeable degree, but much longer than that and we risk becoming sin-eaters. Since we still don't know how Chocobos and Amaro will fare in the Empty, we opted for a more mechanical mode of transportation. This comes courtesy of the researchers at the Meet, who found it in the Crystal Tower and restored it to working order. Oh, it's a Garland. Garland Ironworks, probably. It's quite safe, I promise. The person in charge said he'll have parts delivered from the Crystarium should anything break. He seemed quite eager to see what we bring back from the Empty, even though I told him we're not hunting for treasure. I'll introduce you if we have a chance to stop by Mordsuk at some point. Anyway, I think that covers everything. When you're ready to leave, just say the word. I'm ready. I want to do this one. These raids are pretty fun. Again, I die a lot during these raids and the Alliance raids, so... Well then, shall we? Yes. Yes, let's go. So cool. With a name like the Empty, I wasn't expecting much in the way of pleasant scenery, but this is downright depressing. To look on the land swallowed by the flood with mine own eyes, 'tis a chilling sight indeed. Approximately 9/10 of this world are as this, a slate all but wiped clean. Were it not for the warriors of darkness and Minfilia. Reen, are you sure we're headed in the right direction? Yes, I'm certain. There's no telling how far away it is, though. Nothing for it but to keep going then. You two back there may as well take a nap. I have a feeling we've a good few malms ahead of us. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap in the back of the car. Although when I am a passenger in a car ride for a very long time, I usually do take a nap. no matter who's in the car. I have to say, it's a touch larger than I was expecting. And is it sleeping? Hey, Thancred. What have you found? Wow. The empty. No, it's waking up. I don't like the sound of that. Is it a light warden? No, I don't think so. Instead of being filled with light, it is light. The first Sin Eater. What? Please explain. Long have I strived to unravel the mystery surrounding the flood of light, to discover what set that terrible cataclysm in motion. Every thread led to the same conclusion, the same single point. Or single being. I have reason to believe that the entity we see before us is the first Sin Eater, the instigator of the flood, the very foe Minfilia vanquished a century ago. Oh, interesting. I never really followed the lore of these raids, so I think it'd be kind of cool. She gave everything she had and won. But this abomination could undo her work. Aye, the possibility cannot be denied, though it is oft said that destruction and creation are but two sides of the same coin. Reen, knowest thou of what I speak? Does anyone knowest thou of what you speak? The power to shape reality, to bend the laws of nature, for what was once shattered may be forged anew. That's all well and good, but don't you think we should give it a name first? Eden. Oh. Utopia in Fae. A most auspicious title. Interesting. Now that that's settled, perhaps we should find a spot to set up camp. I even brought a couple of tents on the off chance, but pitching the damn things is something of a fine art. Does anyone fancy helping me? Of course. Excuse me. Interesting. First Sin Eater. Alright, let's talk to Reen. I never realized that putting tents up could be such a bother. Still, I'm glad that we got there in the end. Thancred should be back from scouting the area soon. Once he's here, we can plan our next move. Okay. I want to look. During your course of investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking to Gulgul in Mortsuk or Yal Yal in Yulmar. What? Ooh. Deploy the core. Wonder what's taking Thancred so long. Now it is taking Thancred so long. Ah, there he is. Ouch. Bumped my arm, sorry. Well, that was rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining. Did you find anything? No, thankfully. There's naught but barren plains in every direction, apart from Eden, obviously. I tried approaching it, and the brute didn't even seem to notice me. I thought it best not to tempt fate, so I withdrew. We should act now, before it's fully awake. Meaning what, exactly? When I think about the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather than destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of aether. Of course, that meant that all of the plants, animals, and people here could no longer survive. They must have crumbled to dust in the years since. But the aether is still here, lying dormant. If Eden is the one that caused it, maybe I can get it flowing again. That's a big gamble, girl. I don't know for certain, but I think I can use Eden to bring life back to the empty. Now hold on a moment. What makes you think that's even possible? And how do you expect to control that kind of power? Reen's aspirations may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. I believe Minfilia halted the flood of light's advance not by destroying Eden, but by silencing it. And in doing so, she hath gifted us an opportunity too precious to waste. Even now, the flame of hope burns on. I think you guys are jumping to a lot of conclusions. Aye, as Minfilia's successor, it standeth to reason that Reen doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden. But such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest thou, Vesper? Why are you asking me? I imagine this is easier said than done. Yeah. That's a good point. Good point myself. Good point. Yes, you're probably right, but I have to try. Very well, Reen. You've made up your mind. So how should we go about this? I have an idea. I've been studying it carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me that the light is more concentrated at a certain point. I suppose you could call it the core. That giant Talos had a core too. Like a beating heart, it controlled the flow of aether. If Eden's core is the same, perhaps we could use it to restore the etheric balance. The theory is certainly sound. By employing Aethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we could trace the ethereal flow to Eden's core, and in doing so, secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus by which to perform such feats. However, we must needs first have Reen study the entity's interior and chart us a suitable course. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate a means by which you may directly communicate with Eden, and mayhap exert a measure of control over it. You can really do that, Urianger? All credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul long since departed who imparted to me a wealth of knowledge concerning aetherology. Aww, Moonbreeder. Although I am certain she would be all too quick to chastise my methodology. Excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden will be too happy about us rummaging around in its innards, for want of a better term. In all seriousness, though, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of welcoming party arranged for intruders. Perhaps you had best lead the way, Vesper? It's true that she's the only one who can defeat a Light Warden, but I'd rather not rely on her any more than we have to. Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when she absorbed too much light. But as Alice said, making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. Now, I wish I could put down wardens myself, but the simple fact is I can't. And there's no point pretending I can. That's why I'm asking Vesper. And perhaps I could... You already have a job to do, remember? The only reason this plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need you to concentrate on the task at hand and guide us to the core. Not only that, you'll have to keep an eye on Eden itself. If we somehow manage to make it angry, get us out of there. You got a big job, Reen. Are you sure you want to go through with this? It's a raid, hello, yes. This is what I do best. Not raiding, just throwing myself at danger. I won't let you down. Though we will remain here, Reen and I shall do our utmost to guide thee along the ethereal stream. After thou hast breached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of your comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the Crystal Tower, I fear they may be somewhat less reliable than those to which thou art accustomed. No problem. Ba-da-ba. Send me in, coach. I'm ready. Eden's Gate Resurrection. Alright, our first raid. I'm going to sign up for it, and I will be right back with you guys as soon as we jump in there. So sit tight for me. Alright guys, we are back in the first of the Eden Eden's Gate Resurrection. We're taking it on. Be careful, huge amounts of Aether are rushing to the core. Wait, what's that? Uh-oh. Look at it. It's like a mini Eden. Keeper of Knowledge, Eden Prime. I don't remember this fight. Hello. I should tell him first time. Even though it's not, but it's first time on this character. Alright, oh, someone else's first time. Fun. That's fun. I enjoy that when it's people's first time doing it. Can you get this Bahamut butt out of my face? Yeah, look how giant he is. Oh god. Get there! Get there! Get there! Okay. Dang. I'm just doing terrible with the Enochian. Yeah, you summoners. Summoner is really fun to play, so I'm not. I had to make my own pet small when I played Summoner. Because it was, it blocked a lot of mechanics for me to be able to see. Alright, interesting. Off of me! Dimensional shift? What's happening? Am I okay here? Nope, I'm not. And I'm not there. I'm not here. Okay, we're just gonna get blasted from everywhere. Let's do a... Okay. Oh, I died. Okay. I see. He went in the corner. I should have got behind him. Well, let's get back into it. If at first you die, keep... Oh, I just did my ley line. What's happening? Sick. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, does someone go on the line? That's too funny. You can't touch the edge of the arena. Let me get in this thing. Oh. Hello. Active time maneuver? I'm not on the thing. Am I okay? Am I right here? What the heck is going on? This is awesome. Ooh, the 13.
This is so interesting.
being shot out at the universe. What is happening? Ow. Help! Heal me! Good lord, someone says. I agree. Good lord. Oh, hear that opera. You're knocking now, man. Okay. Or not Enochian ley lines, I meant. I get nervous when I'm not standing near people. Okay, this is the rough one. Okay. Alright, we're gonna use this. Ouch. Then we want to get behind him. Oh no. I got hit by that. We almost got it. Uh-oh. There, got her. Cool. Thank you for the party, everybody. Hello. Awesome. That was cool. That was a fun fight. Very, learnable. If that's a word. Like, you die once, and then you're like, okay, got it. I got it. Should get behind it. When it's doing a big mega laser. Alright, player comm to the other person. Anything here that we want? Nope. Nope, I don't want these clouding up my bag, so good luck. Godspeed on all your gear improvement. Okay. Reen. It seems that Thancred's prediction about there being some sort of guardian was right. Thankfully, it was nothing that you couldn't handle. Interesting. And I'm glad to say that you haven't absorbed any light, either. So far, so good. Now that the way is clear, the Aethernet shards can send us to the core and back whenever we need. Why don't we give them a try? Okay. We can go inside now. Eden's core. Hey, Reen. Once Urianger has activated the device, it's my turn. I would like the critical one. Hey, Urianger. The time hath come, Reen. Watch over me, Minfilia. That's a cool shot. Is this supposed to happen? Eden is offering considerable resistance. Not now. Not when I'm so close. Oof. Urianger! You okay? I am unharmed, but what of Reen? No, you listen to me! Rain, be careful. Uh-oh. The ground is shaking. Uh-oh, Eden's pissed. Hey, they woke up. Interesting. I mean, like, so this was the first Sin Eater, but how did it come to be? Do we know that? Will we find that out? Maybe. And does it have a equal on the source? Because we should probably deal with that before we're made to deal with it, you know? One fell swoop, huh? It worked! I'm in control now, I think. Yeah, I cast doubt. Although I'm now linked to Eden, I still need to figure out how to give it commands. Pray tell, what caused it to convulse so violently? It must have been when Eden rose into the air. I'm still struggling to stop it from drifting too far from the camp. Even now, thou art... Uh-oh. Reen, what's going on? Ah, above us. Something's coming this way. An enemy. But how dost thou... Ah, could it be a Sin Eater? I can't see them clearly, but no, that's impossible. What is it? They're inside, too. Lots of them, trying to reach the core. Uninvited guests, eh? If I'd known they were coming, I would have tidied the place up. Japes are a poor substitute for a viable stratagem. In that case, I suggest that you and I deal with the ones who are already inside. And Vesper can welcome our airborne adversary. What? You give me... Why? I have to... Reen, find out if Eden has any defenses we can make use of. Preferably ones that don't recognize us as the enemy. I'm not sure about that, but I can use the aether currents to send you wherever you need to go. That's my girl. Alright everyone, we've got work to do. That's my girl. You hear it, Reen? From what I can tell, Eden is able to form simple structures by redirecting aether. So I'll try to give you something to stand on. When you're ready, head for that portal over there. Okay. I'm ready. What's the second? This second raid. Eden's Gate Descent. Alright. Let's sign up. And we're gonna do it. This is what I like about when we get to the raid parts of the expansions. We just do them all at once. Hello, baby. She looks cool. I like the boots with that. Like, they're not the boots you would expect, so. Alright, I'm distracted by hot cat girl, so I'll be... Let me sign up for the raid and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back and we're heading into Eden's Gate Descent. Ooh. Cool. It's definitely been a while since I've done this one as well, so hello. How are you? Antithesis Manifest, Voidwalker. Interesting. I mean, them antique helms. We'll say hello. First time here. Oh, Cisco. The other person. Okay. That. What if I did... What if I told you I'll do a little bit of this, and this, and this, and some of that, and this? Let me actually zoom out, because I can't... Ouch. Well, you're supposed to run in on that one? I feel like that was probably the solution there. Shadowbringers. I messed up. Uh-oh. Why am I froze? What's this? What is this? Oh, I see. Okay. Help! Don't get off of me yet! Okay. Oh no. Why are you picking on me today? Okay, we don't want to run into that. Okay. Entropy. Ow. Where are these? We gotta stand in this? Help me! Don't get off of me! Wait, no. Oh, ouch. Okay. Is he yelling at me to come over there? I feel like I was stacked. Do you want me to get closer to the boss? Oh! What is this? Do I gotta go? I have to go away? What is this? Help! What a... Can I know what this is? What is this? Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna face away. Uh-oh. When I get closer, I'm gonna die. Oh, boy. It's an eye, so you're supposed to, like, turn away from it, but I don't know if that's what you were supposed to do there. Ouch. Of course you would do this to me. When I do my ley lines. Okay, I'll get over here. Ouch. Man, I'm not gonna lie, this fight kind of sucks as a black mage. I mean, most fights do, because you put your ley lines down, then you gotta move right away, but... Dang, oh dang, man. Don't get hit by that, don't get hit by this, don't get hit by that. Go over to the edge. Ah. Go in the middle. There we go. Alright, whew. Who that? Goodbye, descent. Look at that little onion knight in the back. Okay, do a player come to the tank, the only one that left behind and stayed with us. You can have everything. How's that? Hello, friend, foe, somebody we don't know. Vesper, thank goodness you're unharmed. We came as soon as we took care of our unwanted guests. They were a stubborn bunch and quite unlike anything I've ever seen in the first. Uh-oh. No, I won't let you. Damn the light. Damn you all. Who are you? What do you want? Ugh. Why am I here? What is happening? Uh-oh. She's alive, but there's something strange about her aether. She didn't seem too pleased with Reen taking control of Eden, which may be what caused her to appear out of the blue. Beyond that, it's anyone's guess. 'Tis plain she is not a sin-eater, not even in part as Vothri was. Yet this knowledge does little to assuage my fears, for she is nonetheless possessed of a power most terrible. Look how cute we are. On the other hand, if she's feeling cooperative, she might be able to tell us more about Eden. I'll keep an eye on her until she wakes up. There's no telling what will happen when she does, but I'll make it clear that we mean her no harm. Well, no further harm, at the very least. Obviously, it's not a good idea to bring her inside Eden. It's likely that reaching the core was her aim from the onset, so I'll take her to the camp. Okay. Fine. Now that things have settled down, I should get back inside and try strengthening my link to Eden. Okay. Alright, let's talk to you then. Although I had my hands full trying to control Eden, I caught a glimpse of your battle. That power. I've never seen anything like it. What thou witnessed was the tearing of the very fabric of reality, the creation of a rift through which Voidsent may enter. But pray tell, Reen, didst thou make any other observations? I couldn't sense any light at all in that girl or her servants, and I can't really explain how, but she reminded me of Emmett Selk. Is she an Ascian? But I think it unlikely that, okay, thank you, that she is an Ascian. She may yet be thrall to Zodiark. Maybe we'll be able to find out more once she's woken up. In the meantime, I'll try to improve my control over Eden. It seems to be listening more than before, instead of screaming at me like it was in the beginning. And that's not all. I've made an exciting discovery. Okay. I'm gonna take that critical. Tell us, please. I felt a lot more confident in my ability to control Eden now. Of course, this is only the beginning. And we shall accompany thee wheresoever this path may lead. But pray tell, what manner of discovery hast thou made? I understand how Eden's power works. And therefore the true nature of the flood of light? Yes, it affected the balance of all of the aether in the empty, shifting it so far towards the umbral that it stopped flowing altogether. The power to tip the scales. And to tip them back again. That's what Eden does. It controls the balance of aether over a wide area, forcing it from one alignment to the other. Left alone, it still poses a threat, but if I can harness its power, I think I could use it to breathe life back into the empty. The trouble is, I haven't the foggiest idea of where to start. Interesting. And if I go about this the wrong way, I'll do more harm than good. Yeah, we don't want a flood of darkness or something. Thou needst not bear this burden alone, Reen, nor should thou. 'Tis no simple matter of awakening that which lies dormant. All things in nature are inextricably linked. The elements maintain a fragile harmony, without which life cannot prosper. So what should we do? A solution hath begun to take shape in my mind, though it will require further discussion. For the time being, let us return to the camp. 'Twould be remiss of us not to involve Thancred. Alright. Back in the empty. Hello, friends. Where's our unconscious knight? In the tent? My friends, I believe I have struck upon a method by which we may see this world restored. Urianger, before you go any further, allow me to make a potentially very long story slightly shorter. The plan is to control Eden and realign the aether of the empty, right? In essence, yes. However, unleashing elemental energies haphazardly will not suffice. In addition, the empty is unfathomably vast. Were we only able to effect change over one small region at a time, it would take many lifetimes to complete even a fraction of our task. Instead, our energies would be better spent revitalizing each element in order, that we might set in motion a more widespread transformation. One at a time. I hate to say this, but I don't think Eden will be able to draw out a single element without affecting the others. For that very reason, we shall select a location in which the ambient aether we wish to restore is at its most potent. Even in a dormant state, certain elements will be more prevalent and therefore more easily manipulated. Then we rebalance the aether and return it to the land, whereupon it shall be born of ethereal currents to the farthest reaches of the empty. But what's to prevent that element from breaking free of Eden's hold and causing a disaster of some sort? It must needs be contained. The question is how? Vesper, indulge me a moment, if thou wouldst. Pray imagine a corporeal manifestation of each of the individual elements. What dost thou see in thy mind's eye? Surely not. Mayhap thou art afeard to utter the fateful word, for to even speak the name primal is to invite misfortune. Though invite it we must. As the aether is drawn forth and realigned by Eden, we shall perform a summoning as Master Louisoix once did on the fields of Cartanau. As one who hath laid low countless primals, thy memories will shape the aether into a deiform entity, which must subsequently be dispersed in the traditional fashion. So, defeat it, in other words? Is that even possible? I mean, look who you're talking to. I don't mean to brag or anything, but... I mean, I break my fast on primals. I eat primals for breakfast. Lest thou forget, 'twill be no more than an approximation of a foe thou hadst previously bested. I have every confidence in thine abilities, Vesper. Thank you. Thank you, but I will probably die a lot. As do I, though it might help to have some idea of what you will be up against. Have you decided which element to tackle first? I propose water. The source of all life. Who's water? Is that she? Oh, she's ice. Is water and ice the same? As for the location, an area to the west of Norvrant. Oh no, is it Leviathan? Okay, I'm ahead of I'm ahead of myself here. An area to the west of Norvrant was once home to the world's deepest ocean. Alas, the flood of light reduced it to a yawning chasm. Water. Yes, that seems like a good choice. I'll see if Eden can take us where we need to go. And I shall prepare for the summoning. Thancred, wouldst thou keep watch over our enigmatic antagonist? She may have vital information to impart. In the event that she becometh agitated, thou mayest have need to restrain her. Someone's got to do it, I suppose. I'll be praying for your success while I wait here, twiddling my thumbs. Alright, let's go fight a water. It's gotta be Leviathan, huh? Or Bismarck? No, Leviathan. Still, I must say I don't envy you being caught up in yet another one of Urianger's madcap schemes. Though, come to think of it, if the creature you must fight is born from your own memories and imagination, why don't you try thinking of something a bit tamer than the primals you fought in the past? Perhaps that's not how it works? Anyway, best of luck. Tamer? Do you know who you're talking to? We don't do tamer here. Alright. Eden's core. And then talk to Reen. Eden seems to be responding well to my instructions, so we should reach our destination in no time at all. Okay. Have arrived. Alright, this is the place. I'll see if I can draw out the water aspected aether. Uh-oh. Then I just pray. The rest is up to you, Vesper. I am imagining Leviathan. Yeah, it is Leviathan. Memories of Leviathan come flooding back. Eden's Gate Inundation. Now accessible. Okay. Well, let me sign up for this. Alright, I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Howdy Judy, give me Dementia. We're just going through like with the same party over and over, I think. Eden's Gate Inundation. Look at him. Hello, Leviathan. I have vague memories of needing to run to the corners of the platform for this. Is that this one? Don't get hit easy. Step 1, try not to die. Step 2, don't get hit easy. Alright. Tanks stay on either side. 2 heads. It does have 2 heads. Ah, yeah, this is the one you run to. Uh-oh, I'm the only one on this side. That's not a very good sign. Ah. Nope. I feel like there's something more. Can't remember Oh, we want to get... Yeah, that's right. We want to get on the side of this thing. And then... Don't want to be where he's glowing. Okay, on the outside. Uh-oh. He's made the platform smaller. That's room for messing up. Oh, gosh. Ah, hello, friend. Ouch. Ah. Oh, the platform's back. Thirst tides, crushed waves, no one will be spared. Am I okay? Am I alive? Yes. Okay, so we want to get close to this because it's going to knock us back. Uh-oh. Stand on her. Or him. Get out of this. What is happening? Uh-oh. Okay, let's get in. Alright, I'm gonna try to go for some ley lines DPS. We'll see. Okay. What are these? Oh. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Here. Here. I'm by myself. I do believe I failed to understand the attack. Oh, our friend. I'm dead. I did not pay attention to that one. I'm gonna wait. Oh, look at that guy on the other side. Rip, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this one as well. Now I'm coming up. Alright. How did 2 people die? Oh, well, here I go. Dash to my death. Alright. Thank you. Try to get the healer not to have to heal me for... Okay, alright. Okay, now we want to get on the inside, right? almost dead. Someone limit break. Dragoon limit break. Awesome. Alright, cool. Uh-oh, I can't carry any more poetics. How the heck? How'd we max out on poetics? Maybe all the first timers. I mean, I guess I'm giving myself a bonus every time we go in as well. Some cool glands in here. Oh, there's our Onion Knight friend. Is that the friend that we've been coming in here with? Thank you, buddy. We'll do a player comm of mana. And then you can have everything, my friend. Would I get a challenge? Exercising the right? 1,000 gil! Amazing. Alright, talk to you. That was incredible! Is that what a primal looks like? Kinda. May have embellished a little bit. Oh, not quite the same then. But why is that? The Leviathan of the Source was summoned by the Sahagin, to whom he was no less than a god. Without their faith, the deiform probably, entity that we brought into existence differed on a fundamental level, though it was no less formidable. The manifestation relied upon Vesper's experiences of Leviathan, and may have been influenced by recollections of other water-aspected beings, leading to further discrepancies. Memories brought to life. But I still can't tell if our plan actually worked. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Uh-oh. How goes it? I killed a Leviathan. If you finish slaying your primal, or whatever it is, I suggest you get back here on the double. There's something you ought to see. I like how by the time we get to Shadowbringers, it's like, oh, we're gonna summon our own primal and slay it. No big deal. What could that be? Evidently, our only recourse is to return to our base of operations forthwith. Alright, let's head back. I'll get the, I'm gonna get direct hit this time. How about that? How about that? Hey, Thancred. How's it going? Look at him. He looks so... He's so pleased. Vesper, look! Oh, it's beautiful! And a big old aetherite. Aw, we did it! The water's back. Look how big Eden is. By the 12's good grace, 'tis a marvel to behold. I never thought that a whole lake would suddenly appear like this. And we're just getting started. I only hope the burden is not too much for you, Vesper. And we got it. We got this. How cool that is. That's so awesome. Okay, and then we talk to Reed. I think we have super seismic. I can guess who that one is. I think this proves that the water aspected aether is no longer lying dormant. So which element should we realign next, Urianger? I propose Earth. Should we succeed in returning... Should we succeed in returning the soil's life-giving energy, the empty shell become capable of supporting the growth of flora. Imagine that, forests in the empty. But before we begin, I'd like to know how that girl is doing. Still sound asleep. She didn't so much as stir even when I took her helmet off. I thought it might be getting a bit stuffy in there, and I was curious to know what sort of person we're dealing with. She seems surprisingly normal. Not at all like your usual void scent. I'd say she's around the same age as you, Reen, perhaps a little older. Well, whoever she is, we should let her rest while we concentrate on the task at hand. As much as I'd love to go with you, I'd best stay here in case she wakes up and is feeling less than cooperative. And while I wait here, wishing I had something to read, my thoughts will be with you as you fly off to face the next opponent. He's so salty about having to stay back. It must be a strange feeling to bring something into his existence through your own willpower, only to slay it immediately after. I almost feel sorry for the poor things. All the same, I wish you luck. Well, when you put it that way, Thancred, way to... If all goes well, he won't be waiting for long. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner we can see the results. Alright, let's go back in. I think we got one more and then we're done with Eden's Gate. Which is how I like to do these episodes. When we get to the raids and stuff, we just do all of them in the same wing. You look awesome, by the way. You're a glamour. Now, before we embark on our journey, there is one question I feel I should ask. Where are we going? I would suggest a certain region that lieth east of Norvrant, which was once home to the great Mount Atlas. Ooh. And for the Earth aspected primal we wish to invoke, what could be a more fitting choice than Titan? I don't think I've heard of that one. What's it like? He worshipped by the landslides. Oh, the landslides. That's too good. It seems like you had a rather traumatic experience. That one tickled me. But if our last battle is anything to go by, this one will be different from the Titan that Vesper remembers, yes? Aye, 'twould be wise to consider the two as entirely separate beings. As such, thou must needs conceive new stratagems if thou art to triumph in the battle to come. Past experience will avail thee not, I fear. Alright, well. Alright, Vesper, once you're ready, we'll be on our way. This is the one, when I think about these Eden raids, I think about this one. And I will die. Like, I'm betting 3 or 4 times. Just putting that out there, so. Took a while, but we finally arrived. Ready, Vesper? You betcha. Memories of Titan come tumbling back. Eden's Gate, Sepulture. Alright, I'm gonna sign up and I will be right back with you guys. Alright, everybody, we're back in Eden's Gate, Sepulture. This one was a longer wait than the other one, so I think people don't like this one. Or everyone that was doing it went to bed or got in before me because I was watching the cutscenes. Herder of Crags, Titan. This is a sick fight, but I like I said before, this won't be deathless. It's a matter of how many deaths. So, and groups still wipe on this too, so just, throwing it out there, so. This? What is that? Back over here? Oh, let me do my ley lines. That's cool. So, I don't see much, machinists anymore. Okay, I'm gonna follow the people marked as legends. That seems like a good thing to do. There's 3 legends in here. Do have, immunity to knockback, we could also consider. Oh, well. Death number 1. Watch him for a bit, because there's a tell that shows what he should do, and I just don't know. Where's my knockback? Health-wise knockback. Control 0. Okay. Give me a second. I don't want to raise right now. just give me a moment. Alright, are we good? Okay, now we can. Please? Please who? Should be okay here. And I also... Okay, you guys are getting up over here. Let me do that. I also bought some new gear. With the tomes. So our gear score, I shouldn't be checking this right now, I can't see it, 481. I bought level 500, like, rings and necklaces, accessories and stuff, and then realized that there was level 530 that I could just have bought. So I bought a helm and a chest piece that were 530. Am I following? And where are we going? Go over here. Alright. Alright, I'll follow the crowd. Just follow the legends when in doubt. That is a feat we will probably never... Oh, I won't say never. It's just going to take a different way to do this. Because I'm so casual right now, it just would make no sense to even go for legend. Here. It would take a dedicated party and, like, for me, months and months of practice before I feel like I would even be able close to do a legendary. But I will say, having done savage raiding, even for like 1 tier, gives me hope that it's possible. So, ley lines, something ley lines. Oh god. Well. 2 deaths. I predicted 3. I should jump off the edge. Ooh, one of the healers is down. Got no red mage. She's down again. They're just leaving me dead. I feel it. Alright. Here, this is probably a bad time to res. No, it should be okay. Okay. Follow the legends, follow. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm okay. Oh, well, there we go. Paradise found! We did it! I predicted 2, or I predicted 3, we only had die twice, so did better than I thought. Excellent. Look how happy we are. Eden's Gate complete. That does it for the Eden's Gate. So we'll wrap up the quest. And then, player calm, let's give it to Big Pop Egg. Oh, can I get this? Okay, nope, I can't. I didn't want the rest, so. So we'll wrap up the quest, and then this is gonna be a very long episode. These raid episodes are gonna be long like this. So welcome back. You must be exhausted. For a creature made of rock, he was a lot more agile than I was expecting. I wonder, was the Titan of your world a tough opponent too? If I put one foot wrong, I would have fallen to my doom. So all it would have taken is a momentary lapse of concentration? I don't like the sound of that. You're telling me, Reen. But more importantly, you've defeated another elemental being, which means we're a step closer to reclaiming the empty. I can't wait to see how much of a difference we've made this time. Let's get the critical hit. Alright, let's go see, I suppose. Cool. Did we really do all of this? Beautiful rocks, man. I'd like to see it from Thancred's point of view, where he's outside and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, rocks. Aye, 'twould appear the balance has returned to the element of earth, and yet the transformation hath affected only the immediate vicinity, whereas the lands beyond this lake doth remain unchanged. 'Tis passing strange, indeed. Did we do something wrong? Though this falls short of the outcome I had envisioned, 'tis plain our efforts were not in vain. What are you doing? Mayhap this localized phenomenon is the result of an intersection of ethereal currents. Therefore, it is reasonable to assume that similar locations in the empty hath undergone comparable alterations. What? What, Urianger? Then the aether will spread out from these points to cover the rest of... Uh-oh, what's wrong? Oh. Reen! Is it wearing herself thin, man? Interesting. Okay, well... I mean, should I talk? Yeah. It's nothing. That didn't look like nothing to me. You better lie down for a while. No, really, I'm fine. Anyway, we've still got work to do. Nay, Thancred hath the right of it. 'Twould be unwise to exert thyself overmuch. I appreciate your concern, but I do wish you'd stop fussing. Reen, thou knowest not the strain thou dost place on thyself. Though the elements of water and earth hath been restored, continued exposure to the empty stagnant aether may yet sap thee of thy remaining strength. Now that you mention it, I've been feeling a bit out of sorts ever since we got here. I should probably get away from the empty and rest for a while. Pray do so. Meanwhile, I shall remain here. The restoration of the first two elements hath produced unexpected results, and I require time to analyze our findings. However, I must ask thee to refrain from discussing our work in the empty, even with our closest comrades. Why? I thought they'd welcome the news. And indeed they shall, once we have more to show for our efforts. Nevertheless, this mission is one of surpassing danger. I am loath to place our dearest friends at risk unless absolutely necessary. You have their best interests at heart, I'm sure. But to be perfectly honest, I'd prefer not to keep secrets from people that I trust with my life. I don't want to make a habit of this, but I'll do as you ask. Yeah, he always keeps secrets. That's his MO, you know? It seems to me that Reen isn't the only one who would benefit from a change of scenery. Our sleeping beauty would likely fare better in a more hospitable surroundings. We'll need to have our associates from the Crystarium organize a safe place for her to stay. If you and Vesper could go on ahead and have a word with them in Mordsuk, we'll catch up with you once Urianger has finished. Whatever it is he needs to do. Alright. Dot, dot, dot. Perhaps thou too shouldst accompany her on their return journey. I dare say she would be glad of thy presence. No, not this time. She's come such a long way since we first met, and I worry that relying on me too much will only hold her back. We won't be staying in the First forever. The time will come for Reen and I to part ways, and for her to follow her own path. I know you understand this too, Urianger. I see you trying to pass on as much of your knowledge as possible while you still can. And to her credit, she's actually taking most of it in. Reen is possessed of a natural affinity for aetherology, unlike some who shall remain unnamed. A natural affinity for staying awake during your lectures, more like. Though come to think of it, she doesn't really take after me at all. However, like thee, she is predisposed to brooding and silence in lieu of voicing her concerns. Called him out. Says the master of keeping his cards close to his chest. Anyway, Vesper, you'd better take the Sky Slipper with Reen. It's true that she's been through a lot lately, but so have you. We'll need you ready for the challenges that lie ahead, so go on and get some rest. Alrighty. We shall await news of thy safe arrival in Amarang. Okay, but I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this one here. We're not going to continue on this quest line for now. We'll hold on to it for when we're ready to do the next missions, or the next raids. So for now, I'm going to wrap up here. I know this has been a hugely... Although she is right here, isn't she? Dang it. Is this just going to take us out of here? It seemed like you were all having quite a serious discussion. I hope I haven't given you any cause for concern. Nah, man. Well, if you say so. I probably shouldn't stay in the empty any longer than necessary, though. So do you want to take the first shift piloting, or shall I? Let me drive this baby. Oh, okay. Phew, I'm glad I had you here to keep me company. I've no idea how I would have passed the time otherwise. Now that we're here, I need to find our contact from the Crystarium. But before that, I was hoping I could have a word with you. Something's been on my mind. What? This might not be the best place for it, though. Those creatures over there look a bit hungry. Uh-oh. Cutscene. When I first spoke to Thancred and Urianger about what I'd sensed in the empty, part of me wished we could have just left it alone. I guess I was scared of what we'd find. Are you still no? But now that we found Eden, I know that I made the right choice. And if I'd given in to my fear, I probably would have spent the rest of my life wondering what might have been. From now on, whenever I hear that voice inside telling me to run away, to hide, I won't listen. That's not who I am anymore. Even so, all the courage in the world is not going to help me decide what we should do with that girl when she wakes up. Do you remember what she said right before she passed out? Why am I here? What is happening? What if she's being controlled or forced to act against her will? Whatever the case, it's clear that she's not a monster. She's a person, like you or me. Obviously, she knows something about Eden, and we need all the information we can get. But more than that, I just want to talk to her, to find out who she is and if there's anything we can do to help her. On the other hand, we mustn't forget that she's already attacked us once. What's to say she won't try it again when she wakes up? If she keeps us from reclaiming the empty, it will be all my fault. It's no good, I can't make up my mind. What do you think we should do, Vesper? Belfrin over here, he talked things through with her. Even Emmett Selk had his reasons. We should at least hear her out. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. I see what you mean. Perhaps if we'd been able to come to an understanding, things wouldn't have ended the way they did. I hope that she's nothing like Emmett Selk, but we won't know until we speak to her. Until then, I'll try to concentrate on the here and now. Speaking of which, I still need to see Urianger's errands. The people we're on our way to meet lent us the Sky Slipper and most of the apparatus we've been using. And since we've been sworn to secrecy, I assume the same applies to them and their colleagues. Anyway, once that's over, we can find a place to relax. Okay. So, is this still part of the other one? Or, yeah, and I'll just turn this in. And then we can end. It's like we're trapped. We're trapped playing the game. It's never ending. Right, Reen. Now that we're here, allow me to introduce you to 2 members of our inner circle, or whatever you want to call it. Hello? Oh. That's Gulgul, who's interested in trading for any relics we find in the empty. Apparently, he mostly deals in exotic weapons and whatnot, but he's agreed to keep us supplied with whatever else we can't get from the Crystarium. Now, the ones we came to meet should be around here somewhere. Hello, friends. Ah, Reen, what a relief it is to see you returned unharmed from your expedition. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. We were gone a bit longer than we expected. Vesper, I'd like you to meet Luri. Hello. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As representative of the Settlement Council, I'm here to oversee the delivery of equipment deemed necessary to your mission. I will be on hand to provide any assistance you may require. Actually, there's something we'd like you to take care of. It's probably best not to talk about it in the middle of the market, though. I'll take it from here, Vesper. You should get some rest. But before you go, I'd like to thank you for everything you've done. We still have a long road ahead of us, but if we give it our all, there's nothing we can't handle. Alright, that feels like the end. Okay, cool. Hello? Uh-oh. And what are you 2 up to out here? I see. Though it is mere supposition, it would behoove us to proceed with caution. Moreover, I would refrain from discussing the matter with Reen and Vesper until we know more. You keeping secrets always. Well, I appreciate you telling me, even if it is too soon to be sure. I'm the one watching over her, after all. Interesting. The Oracle of Darkness. Ooh, dun dun dun. I pray it is not true. Ooh. Ooh. I actually remember when that came out, and it was like, it was pretty big, so. Alright. Now, with that, we're gonna go ahead and end here. Super long episode, but we will be ready to start up and do the rest. Wow, there's 2 things that we could do here. We'll do the rest when we come back. I don't know what the difference is here. Flurry or Away with the Fairy? Okay, we'll find that out later. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here. So guys, I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.